Hey guys, how's it going today? It's Kayla here. I just wanted to elaborate on the video that I did yesterday. So I am aware that some people may stumble across my video, excuse me, and it may be the first exposure to what is called many different things. Some people call it high carb vegan, some call it whole food plant-based diet, some people call it raw till 4, 80, 10, 10, starch solution, yada yada. In essence, so I guess the most significant part of it that makes it so different from every other vegetarian and vegan way of eating, and even different than a traditional raw foods diet, and what has been the most important part of why I eat this way is the elimination of most overt fats, so really naturally fatty containing foods like nuts are a big one, but I mean, if you're looking at the general spectrum of everything that humans can and do eat, and the things that are sold in grocery stores, it naturally eliminates beyond the nuts. It eliminates all dairy products. It eliminates eggs, meat, so pretty much all animal products, because the majority of animal products, the calories come from fat. So I've been mostly, the majority of the meals that I've eaten for the last probably 10 years have naturally been vegan, in a sense. I don't like to title myself. I don't like the stigma that's behind it. That may change in the future, but for now, the majority of what I eat, and I can't remember the last time I had an animal product. I've just naturally gravitated in this way. But I wanted to elaborate on the fat part, because my Q&A yesterday, I was answering a question that I got from a girl who I ran into, and I said, you know, I had similar experiences to you. I had bloating out to here. People asked me how far along I was because my stomach stuck out so far I couldn't do it with pants. It was really frustrating. And beyond the physical aspect, like, I couldn't breathe. My body just felt so sluggish. Like, it was beyond what I looked like. It was so much more how I felt on the inside. And so being able to find relief from that, I had recommended to this girl, you know, think about what are the first foods you eat as a baby after you wean off mother's milk. But I find that I don't get into the whole part about fats very often, and I think a big part of it is the store that I work at. They have their own like healthy lifestyle program that people come in and they do 10 weeks, but they're very fat driven, and they're very, like, it's almost paleo focused, and they're big on the wheat belly thing, and I'm a huge fan of gluten-free, of exploring it, even if you do it for just a week and see if it makes a change in your body, and if it doesn't, go back to what you're eating. But anyway, the program that they promote is very different from what I have found successful in my own body, and so eliminating the fats, I heard about first on YouTube videos by some of the, not the leaders, but some of the people that have been doing this lifestyle for a long time, and I'm like, never heard of that before. No other diet does that. So eliminating the fats, what I've found, because I've had a past of doing candida diets and all this stuff, and oh, it's just a detox symptom, my headaches and my low energy and whatever, but I found that I had so much relief in my body as soon as I eliminated fats. Now, what I've kind of deduced from the research that I've read, the books I've read, and the things I've experienced in my body, is that when fats, especially oils, and fats that are like really abundant fats, thick fats, like cooked fats, when they enter your body and when they get into your bloodstream, they move to everywhere in your body, and they get it into all of your cells. And if you think of, say, like a dish like covered in oil, how hard it is to wash that off with just plain water. Like, you need soap and you need stuff to break it down. So oils, when they, or think of the idea of oil and water. Like, have you ever made like an oil and vinegar dressing for your salad? You have to shake it and shake it and shake it to keep it together, because oil and water do not mix. So when the oils coat the cells of your body, especially the cells that are responsible for absorbing energy so that your body is able to function at a high level, these cells get coated in oil so that nothing can get in. Your carbohydrates are not able to get in to be used. Your carbohydrates, your sugars, your starches, your whatever, the simple chains and the complex change and the whatever change, it doesn't matter. These are the things that our body wants primarily as a source of energy, and those fats are coating the cells so that it cannot get in to be used. And this is where your blood sugar spikes. It's not because you're eating foods that are high in sugar, it's that your body's not able to use them. So for me, when I eliminated the fats, or if I use a fat, I will use a whole food fat. I'll use an avocado, or I'll use seeds, but I stay away from the nuts, and it's so easy to overdo it. Usually if I'm doing a salad, I'll mash an avocado as a dressing, and that'll also be later meal in the day, so I won't be piling in carbohydrates afterwards. But anyway, I found as soon as I eliminated the fats, and really just stuck with sugars. So for example, like, I eat fruit for breakfast every day, 99% of the time. Once in a while I'll have oats with fruit, but I'll have fruit, and I never get the bloating, and I don't get the headache. And I don't get all of these symptoms that are naturally related to candida or elevated blood sugar. I feel good, and I feel happy, and I have energy to function in my day. So I keep them out as much as possible. Once in a while they end up in my food. Like the other day, I think I did my What I Eat video, and I was out for dinner, and they cooked my potatoes with a bit of oil, but I had nothing on my salad, and it was my last meal of the day, so my body was able to deal with it. But generally, I don't do the oils, because they make me feel sluggish. Yeah, so I wanted to elaborate on that, like why I do not, as a rule, use oils. I hope that was helpful. I know that it's something that actually doesn't get explained very often in a lot of the Raw Till 4 videos or the Starch Solution or whatever, but the fat elimination is basically the essential part of why this diet is so different from any other, and even the raw food ones, because it's weird. Raw food is supposed to be whole food, but a lot of raw food recipes use like a cold pressed olive oil, and that's a processed food. And I only made this realization very recently, that an oil is not a whole food. It is a very small part. Oils are also really expensive. To get a good quality, I don't know if any of them are good quality, but they're expensive. When I used to do like really focus on organics and getting all these things, my oils was like part of my budget, that like every couple weeks, okay, like, this would be my chunk to buy my $10 or $20 bottle of olive oil. And it's crazy. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. Just to kind of, getting into why the fat elimination, and there's so much deeper you can go into it. You can look at the work of John McDougall and Caldwell Esselstyn, and I think that Rip Esselstyn in the Engine 2 books goes into it as well. But for me, what I've experienced is, as I eliminate the fats and oils, my energy is so much more ready to be used, and I don't have the symptoms of excess blood sugar. I'm able to use it in my happy energy, and yeah, it's just good. So So anyway, I will see you guys later. Let me know if that was helpful. Give me a like and a little thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Ciao.